Part 3, Stain. Chapter 1. My new school is 3 blocks from my new house. Sarah and I are supposed to walk together, but on the morning of the first day, the sky is pouring rain, so Aunt Michelle drops us both off at the front steps. Sarah bounds in and leaves me staring up at the enormous old building, which is new to me. Other students rush by me, but I stay planted at the foot of the steps, the rain dripping on my head. I am less afraid of getting wet than I am of what is inside. I swallow the knot in my throat and replay my brother's parting words to me. Be brave. Be brave, be brave, be brave. Echoes like a chorus in my head as I climb the stairs and enter my brand new world. Chapter 2. I am given a schedule by a nice lady in the front office. She asks if I will be able to read it and if I need help. And the answer to her 2 questions are probably not and probably yes. Yet somehow I reserve them and I end up wandering down the long halls, taking wrong turn after wrong turn, eventually ending up in the right place, but still somehow feeling like it is the wrong one. I have 7 different classes: English, science, social studies, math, art, gym, and ESL. ESL means English as a second language. It is a class for kids like me, kids whose English is sticky and slow, kids who were from somewhere else but are here now. My first class of the day is math. I arrive late. I know I am late because I hear the bell ring while I am still wandering around the empty hall, peering into every classroom, willing to be room 202. Pre-algebra with Mr. Anderson. Pre is an English preposition that means before. Pre-Jude knew the way to all her classes. Pre-Jude never showed up late. When I finally find the classroom, everyone else is already sitting at their desks. Mr. Anderson greets me with a patient smile and motions toward an empty desk in the second row on the left side. I walk across the classroom and I feel everyone's eyes on me. Pre-Jude reveled in her classmates' attention, but now I just want to blend in. Chapter 3. Mr. Anderson passes out a packet of papers that explain what we will be studying this year. He goes over the rules of this class, his expectations, how much homework he will assign. The whole class groans at the mention of homework. It is a communal moment I do not participate in, because once I figured out what Mr. Anderson means by homework, he's already talking about something else. Now that I've gotten that housekeeping out of the way, let's do some practice problems and see what you guys already know. As he grabs a piece of chalk and writes problems on the board, I think about the word housekeeping, the upkeep of the home, the management of household affairs. Does Mr. Anderson mean that our classroom is like a house? His house? Our house? I look at the practice problems on the board. I know the answer to 2 of the 3. I like thinking in numbers. Numbers are easier than letters. They have not changed on me. He asks for volunteers. I almost raise my hand, but then I realize I would have to explain my answer, not only in numbers, but in words, letters. I do not raise my hand. The whole classroom is silent still. And then a boy seated in the front row volunteers. He walks to the front of the classroom. He is wearing a t-shirt with a photograph of a galaxy on it. Millions and millions of twinkling stars. The boy works quickly, and when he is done, he walks back to his desk without saying anything. Mr. Anderson checks his work and claps as he announces that all of the boy's answers are correct. I stare at the back of the boy's head, imagining and thinking about all those swirling stars on the front of his shirt, all those different worlds. To be continued.